practice has. But like, you know what I mean? Same way you need your license for being a butcher, the same way you need your license to drive a car. You might drive a car, you may cut, you know what I'm saying? You may know everything a doctor know, but you know, just because you could cut it to somebody don't mean you a doctor. You gotta go get that degree. You feel me? That's how I look at things. School and count. So, whatever. Dr. Cheyenne is another lady, right? This lady is supposed to be, and I looked it up, and Google even confirmed it, a doctor. Now, doctor in psychology and a practicing physician is not the same thing. Having a doctorate in something and being a MD is different. She's not a medical doctor in the sense of practicing with a license. She's not practicing with a license, right? She just has the knowledge and speaks a lot, right? She may even, as I've said, gotten hired as a counselor or some sort of, you know what I'm saying, advisor. And a lot of other roles have to do with psychological care. I see that she was in that teen mom situation. But like, okay, she's supposedly helping teen mothers, right? The boom since teen mom of girls that are teens being pregnant, of teen pregnancy, because of the show, shows that I don't know what kind of therapy she was helping them with. But I'm going to tell you right now, for her to have her doctorate, I'm going to tell you why there's no practicing license with that. Because there's no application or experience. I get it. You went to a college, but the college was only online. If I say, yo, Tasha K is a YouTuber, I can say that. If I say Tasha K is not a journalist, even though I respect her work, I'm telling the truth because she's not in the press, right? The press is not, I'm online, right? Okay. So if you get your degree from a school that accreditation could be, you feel me? Some places not going to accept it, other schools not going to accept it. I remember when I went to the University of Phoenix before it got shut down, I got put into a semester. Like I was literally about to start, and I got the letter saying that it is shut down. There's no more. Okay, let me see how I can explain it. Even if you got your diploma from there, they don't have any accreditation anymore, and it's over. So it's a problem when you say you have your doctorate, your master's from the University of Phoenix. This was a school that didn't end up even having its accreditation that long to even be able to stand for other people with that degree in them situations of medical, you know what I'm saying? Situations like passing the bar and all that kind of shit like that, whatever the hell they do in medicine, right? It just, the whole point was this woman really, and it doesn't faze me at all, but it is very good looking, right? This woman, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, got the body, right? Both top and bottom, very cute in the face, right? And she got this old lady look thing going because, of course, she looks a little more advanced in age, but it's the bitterness in the eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the creases and all that. It gets a little extra when you can tell a woman squinting their eyes, all they like, she got that rough look. Like, it's so gorgeous, but she got that rough look around her eyes, like she's been through some stuff. And you can just see it. And it's like, boom. She just be hammering down all these, oh man. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I talk on women a lot, but I don't hate them, right? I'm not only going to talk about the negative, right? It's like not getting a positive out of anything negative. That's the thing where it's like, either you're a medical professional or you're a human being. I get talking and, you know what I'm saying, a setting of healthy, you know what I'm saying, knowledge, boundaries and shit like that. But she always talks about boundaries in this limit pushing narrative. And it's always like men are in their dishonesty and building broken homes, you know what I'm saying, going on Cam Newton podcast telling him that he got multiple baby moms and that's building multiple broken homes. And it's like, if you tell a woman that her home is broken and it's her child, she's not going to respect that. She's going to say, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? I heard mother say, oh, you know what I'm saying, my family is complete. And them not even be so much single, but like the situation being separate, their motherhood and their child is something they consider to be one family, right? You can't walk up to them and say, no, it is not. So if you don't have that political risk-taking ability, you know, to tell a man to his face that he's creating broken homes, right, without considering any of the women, without considering any of the kids there, you're trying to be a sensationalist, right? Now, you're not a reporter, you're not a doctor. This woman is a sensationalist, this tabloid nonsense, right? There's no reason for me to even speak about her on this podcast, except for the fact that she's exceedingly attractive and like a succubus, literally looking to devour niggas, right? Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way she broke him down, right, was that he wasn't considering other feelings, right? So when he went to speak and said, well, you know, my girl understands that. And she even understands that my options are going to stay open, you know, for the rest of my life and that I'm not marrying her or that, you know what I'm saying? These things are not my goal. I'm not saying I would never marry her. I'm saying that's not what I'm looking for and that most likely will not happen if I stay with the mind frame and thoughts that I have now. You know what I'm saying? He's explaining who he is at the moment. And if these women are happy, if the children Whatever you're gonna say, oh, they're not having 3 shifts of the father, and even if they did, those other 16 hours, they don't get to be with the father. All this bullshit and crap that she was saying. You gotta think, there's people that do jobs, they're not home for days and weeks at a time, right? Military, you're not gonna tell these people that they got a broken family. Like, it doesn't matter how often he sees them. Because you're looking at a nuclear family as the only productive framework of society while not being married, while not having children, right? And you're forgetting that you making it look postmodern by not admitting that a man has to be in the house. If you're not saying that he has to be, which, her being that she was in a lesbian relationship, right, which was also found out, you would think that she would be more sensitive about that, which is like, how could you tell people that? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's not okay. Like, if it's two women, if it's a man by himself and his child, or if it's a man, like, sometimes I've gone out, my son and his grandma from his mom's side, and we were talking about something about family, and we were at a diner, I believe one time when he was young, and it was just us three. Literally said something about my family, she's my family, and then they brought two something. Right? They didn't bring me anything. They didn't bring three of something. And then she looked and she's like, "Oh, is the child's father or the friend of the family, is he also have?" It was a thing because we were all kind of sitting with each other, so everybody kind of looked, and she, his mother's mother, his grandmother, my son's grandmother, says he's part of my family too. This is like my son, my son-in-law. Long story short, it's like people forget what families are, and it's people that love each other. A lot of times they don't have to have not even a drop of blood around each other, right? It's just what it is. These are people who are famous to each other. But yeah, just like the way Tasha K broke her down with some of that stuff, it's just like, bro, like, you're trying to tell people what a man needs to be like, but you can't even secure one. You're not even in the ballpark of having one. But you're talking about what you don't know. So, episode 79, I feel like I gotta touch on stuff that I really think about and I'm really paying attention to. And those narratives are dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I wrote it down. They're distractions, is my point. But speaking of distractions, are them drones? Listen, drink some of this coffee. Dag that. Listen, let me try to like this drink. My problem with this is that even though we're past the whole, or we don't know what something is, if you can see a blade of grass from the freaking supposed top of the universe, which is space, into the planet, with fucking satellites and all such shit. You're not gonna tell me from a satellite you can't tell what these things are, and you're not gonna tell me that the government don't have way more sensitive things that can really figure out what these things are. I got all these military people telling on the government like, "Yo, what y'all doing?" And we already been seeing stuff. We've been seeing stuff since the '60s, whatever the fuck they've been saying recently. Like, bro, UFOs exist, bro. We need more government funding, and we need y'all to stop acting like this shit is not real. And they're saying shit in public hearings because it's too serious. And the whole time, it's really us. They start to admit literally that it's NASA and that's the drones flying over Jersey and it's nuclear material missing from a base. Now I'm hearing nuclear material coming from outside the country into the country to maybe arm a warhead, and I'm just like, bro, here we go, sensationalism. It's like, bro, regular news, regular TV is sensationalism, bro. Propaganda at its fucking highest, most detrimental form, and it disgusts me, bro. Shit is horrible. So if I'm gonna talk on something, talk about two things that I want to see. First is what's gonna happen when Trump is in office, and what's gonna happen when your boy Hammond get to Chicago, because your boy, whatever the governor's son, the black dude with the mohawk that's leading Chicago, this guy, he said he's willing to go to jail, fight or whatever for the immigrants that are in that state, whatever Chicago state. Yo, it boggles my mind, bro. He was so gung-ho about this legislation about the immigrants and all this other stuff, like 7 senators plus him, and all 7 of them was Latino. Funny stuff. And now he's fighting all these black conservatives going off on him, son. And then listen to me, they go string him up, bro. When Trump get over there to Chicago with motherfucking your boy Hammond, listen to me, this man's name is Hamon. Hammond. Let me explain something. Hamon. Any nigga named that? With the authority over ICE, bro, a straight cop nigga, and he's a cop nigga being one of the highest cop niggas against illegals, bro. He's browning my ass up. Listen, my father came here illegally. Technically, I'm whatever they call them, the naturalized citizen. I was born here. They say niggas born here with an immigrant father about to not be able to be here. Now, I've been here how many years. It's a little different. I'm an actual citizen. I have my social. But, my man, this shit is crazy to me, bro. I'm just looking at the situation for what it is, yo. I wish the Indians would have did that shit. Or the Native Americans would have did that. back when we existed and we were still out here and we were just not just all categorized the same shit. Because some of us, you know what I'm saying, come from the land. Like, my grandma was certain she was from Panama, all the way down to the first person. And I remember asking her 1,000 different questions about it. And all she kept telling me is that they're not from anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? That her people don't come from another place. They don't come from Africa. That her people used to wear the stuff that the people from. So I said, so you like them, right? So my grandma goes, no, I'm not like them. You know what I'm saying? Like the mestizo looking Aboriginal people. And she's like, no. So I flatly said, how come you saying you from, like, you know what I'm saying? You from here like them, but you saying you're not them. It was really simple. She's like, there's people that are like her, there's people that are like them. Nothing different. It's like, we're still Aboriginal to the land. You get what I'm saying? You feel me? We are the people they was talking about. The thing is, they already said it in their books that they killed off and tried to enslave a lot of them, and most of them wouldn't. They just wouldn't allow themselves to be enslaved or anything else like that. So these are some of the ones who survived, got shipped around. The ones who wouldn't be slaves there probably got shipped to Panama. Some of the ones who stayed, they stayed where they was at. My grandma probably come from them type of people. They were already in Panama. Wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, be slaves or anything. Part of Colombia. Part of, you know what I'm saying, the people that intermingled with some Africans they probably got there. And that's why she's darker. You know what I'm saying? Where it's more closer tied to being Aboriginal and African at the same time. But all Aboriginal people are formerly African. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, there's a bunch of different positions. But just to look at what's happening with the immigrants and all that, and what's happening with us here, happening with us now, with the Neely case. I tried to speak on the last episode. That shit got flagged to death. I don't know if the episode will really get a really full list from anyone but me, man. It's just sad because the shit I had to say about Andrew Schultz and what he said about Kendrick is something that I really felt like he needed to hear. And if my stories tell me anything, he did. You know what I'm saying? I heard Nick was crying. I just felt like it's crazy what, that dude, Daniel Petty, was able to do to Jordan Neely. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says he hit anybody. Like, you're able to walk up to a person, put them in the headlock because they're yelling. They're yelling, right? And they start trying to fight you off. And then they become unresponsive, then they die. And that's not manslaughter. You understand what I'm saying? That's not manslaughter. If it's not manslaughter, it's also not, self-defense. What is it? So it's okay to kill him. But Luigi Mangiani, we're going to make a documentary about him, right? Right? This is how come that white girl killed all them damn kids. Because she think that it's okay. In y'all society, and y'all don't want to talk about in y'all society, it is okay. It is okay. You know what I'm saying? In my society, it's facts over fiction. And because I consider Luigi Mangiani and Daniel Petty the same type of character that see something they don't like and they are violent, I can say what the healthcare system was doing was probably wrong. I can say what Jordan Neely was probably doing in the moment was probably not okay. Throwing your jacket on some people, some of them were ladies, yelling and screaming acting crazy, making people feel like, you know what I'm saying, they were being threatened, saying you were going to do stuff to people. I can understand that be wrong. That doesn't mean that they should be killing people. Or that the people that got killed, it's justified. These are human lives. And the fact that senators are okay and shit and they're like, oh, you did something right. We know where it all comes from. It comes from the top down. You see how he can get acquitted and Biden pardons a drug dealing white lady, right? For nothing other than the fact that he wanted to, right? And simultaneously, this white girl kills all them kids, 2 or 3 kids and a teacher in this high school. What happens with a racist manifesto? All in the same week. Of course, the Luigi Mangiani shit and the Neely shit, all that shit ain't happened this week. But all this stuff is in the news now. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. Promise I'm not gonna make this shit 45 minutes. I'm gonna speed it up, I'm gonna slow down, I'm gonna try to condense it, but this is what I'm saying to you. To me, it was really important I talked about all these topics because, honestly, we have had to sit down with this and make sure all of this is without any music as clear as possible. It's a situation for me, man. It gets under my skin and I feel like it's my job to speak on it, I don't know why, but maybe that's the wizard in me. Get it? Wizard Khalifa. But yeah, hopefully the little joint I did earlier sound good. I got like 2 or 3 tracks I haven't gotten finished. I'm trying to get the visual right. TheePorchPodcast, another joint. You got a kid with the plug, you got a baby with the plug, some shit. It's a couple tracks I'm trying to pump them out. But yeah, man, this is TheePorchPodcast, episode 79. Wizard Khalifa. And we out, yo.